Welcome everyone to our Golden Drop today. Today we're going to talk about a unique oil, which is this one right here, which is Spikenard. Spikenard comes from the Himalayan mountains of Nepal, in this case, with doTERRA, and it is steam distilled from the roots of the plant. Spikenard has been grown and in the wild, actually, in the Himalayan mountains, obviously, for a long time, and recognized to be a special kind of essential oil, a special kind of plant that has been used traditionally in medicine as well as religious ceremony. So it is recognized as a holy oil, if you will. And it has a very unique kind of woodsy, flowery scent. I would encourage you, whenever you get a chance, if you don't have any, to find somebody who has some and smell it, because it is definitely a unique aroma. It's known for being an uplifting aroma, in fact, and has been revered over the centuries for that kind of emotional support. And it has a grounding effect, probably coming from the more woodsy characteristic of it. It is coming from the roots of the plant again. It also has been recognized to help in purifying the skin. So topically, that's more along the lines of what you would be going for is healthy skin support. And so there are a couple of ways you can use spikenard essential oil. You can diffuse it aromatically with 3 or 4 drops in a diffuser. And you can also use it topically, applying 1 or 2 drops to the area of interest. You can blend it, of course, with a pure lotion or a carrier oil. In fact, it's recommended to dilute with something like carrier oil or lotion to minimize any risk of skin sensitivity. Although this one is not a hot oil or a very aggressive oil, there still could be a skin reaction. It's not an oil that is used internally. So it's really about aromatic and topical applications. This particular oil actually blends well with several others, including clove, cypress, frankincense, which is another unique scent coming from another tree. This one comes from a flower. I didn't really talk about the spikenard flower, but it's a small flower that grows in the high elevations of the mountains. It blends well with geranium as well, juniper berry, lavender, myrrh, wild orange, rose, and vetiver, another grass root oil. So it's a special oil. It comes in a small vial, small bottle, the 5 milliliter bottle, because we get it small quantities at a time. There has been concern, in fact, over the supply in Nepal of spikenard and making sure the plant is well protected from overharvesting. But for those who have it and have access to it and use it, it can be all those things that we talked about. I wondered if Sharon, you or Julie, you had anything that you wanted to share about spikenard, maybe from your own experience or your own understanding.
So I learned by in a workshop that this essential oil is extremely good for uterine support, and it's something that if you are having difficulties with your uterus and the lining of your uterus, that this would be a really good essential oil to be able to support that and allow the body to be able to have the cells and the tissue structure of the uterine lining do very, very well. And how you would apply that is across the uterus, kind of hip to hip. Men also can do this for prostate support. It's very, very helpful. And so my recommendation is to use spikenard and then DDR prime over the top of that. And then I would put lavender over it if you don't want to smell like a total medicine can. Because spikenard is very, very, very pungent in its scent. And it's a great essential oil. It's just really, really difficult to smell nicely. So the emotion benefits from the book called Emotions, Essential Oils and Emotions. Spikenard addresses and encourages appreciation for life. It addresses ungratefulness, resistance, victim mentality, greedy, angry, selfish, ungrateful, and ungratefulness. It replaces that with gratefulness, acceptance, content, and abundance. And this is the first time I've seen abundance. This is new because that's not what I had seen before with this. But what I love about this is it shows that people who are ungrateful will be able to see themselves as targets oftentimes, and bad luck rather than having control over their lives. So they feel like that they're just a circumstance of life. And Spikenard encourages the soul to surrender and accept life exactly how it is. And it teaches individuals to be grateful for the challenges as well as their blessings. It also assists individuals with transcending their sorrows through being grateful for their present life circumstances. And the way you use this is on the forehead, the upper stomach area for this issue. And then you can also apply 1 to 3 drops on your wrist. Again, if you're going to use this, it would be a good idea to put lavender over the top because it smells so much better when you put lavender over tops.
Coming back to the co-impact sourcing area, doTERRA works really hard with the suppliers around the world for various oils to make sure that the supply is sustainable and that they teach and work with the growers to maximize and optimize their crop. And Spikenard is a unique oil. I kind of talked about it a little bit already, but it's wild harvested, okay? It's not cultivated like a lot of oils are. It's wild harvested in the Himalayas. So it is protected and cared for in a special way. And it happens to be sourced from Nepal, which is a co-impact sourcing location for doTERRA. So they carefully work with their suppliers to make sure that things are done properly and the supply is sustainable for the future, because it's kind of a fragile situation, kind of like, I suppose, like an Edelweiss in the Alps. Spikenard is a fragile flower in the high elevation of the Himalayas, and it has been associated with fighting bacteria and fungi. So just so you know. Okay, well, thanks for being here, everybody. That was Spikenard in 10 minutes or less. Hope you have a great day.